Hi folks, in this video we're going to demonstrate how to copy and paste a component from one page into another page. Typically there's sort of two steps to doing that. What is you're going to look for, first of all, a link to a style sheet. Not all components have their own style sheet, so it's something you have to look for because we have so many different components. It's just something to scan through the existing page, see if you find it. If you do, copy paste it. If not, you don't need to worry about it. Now here's an example that we'll take a look at two examples. The call to action and the info box carousel. Let's say we want to copy these two components from our index page into another page in our site. I would start by opening up my index page, and the first thing I want to look for is a style sheet link, and typically they'll be grouped together right down here just above the head tag, probably starting around line 50 or so. And here we can see that basically it's library sliders or library components, and then you can just sort of read to see which components are being loaded in here. You see, in this case we have a call to action, we have a testimonials, info box, full screen slider, and contact panel. So what we would do is I would copy the link for the call to action and for the info box carousel. I'd copy these two links first into the page where I'm copying the components. So if I wanted to copy the components from the index page into the services page, I'd open up my services page. I'd scroll on down a little bit here until I can find my sort of editable styles region, and here's one right here located right above the header. Pretty much it's always going to be about the same line. I'm going to find it if there's anything in there already, and there'll probably be something in there already. Just sort of put your cursor at the end there and hit the enter key a few times to give yourself a little bit of space. Go back to your index page, and let's see, we want to do the info box carousel, so I'm going to select that entire line and copy it. Go back to my services page, put my cursor right underneath the existing link, and I'm going to paste, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the call to action. Alright, I'm going to copy. You might not see that too well in the video, and I'm going to paste. And there we go. Now, just as a quick example while we're talking about this, there are other components in your page which do not have their own style sheet. For example, the side menu and the featured video. Neither of these components have a special style sheet. Why? Because they're so simple, or they're used commonly, more commonly throughout the site, that the styles haven't been embedded into one of the main style sheets in your website. So the only way you're going to know the difference really is just by going to the page where you see the component, and if you see it listed in here, then you need to copy the style. If you don't see it listed, don't sweat it. It just means that it either doesn't have any special styles required, or any styling for that particular component are already included in the main or master style sheets, which you would find somewhere in the site styles folder. Right, it could be in the minimized primary, it could be in the styles.css. It really depends on what the component is and what it does and how much styling is required. But that's just a quick heads up there on, first of all, locating a style sheet and then copying and pasting it into the page where you're going to actually be putting the component.